Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. We got some stuff to talk about. So the game's been out for a while. By a while, I mean about a weekend-ish. At least for normal folks. If you pre-ordered, you've had it, obviously, for a little longer. So, we're going to talk about a lot of content. You're going to get my opinions on how the new grinding of content has kind of played itself out. Going to take a look at my team. Going to take a look at collections, see how they're coming so far. Then we're going to rant a bit. We do that a lot. It's not necessarily new. But we're going to talk because last year hitting was fucking hard. Right? I think we can all agree across the board. I don't know if hitting is harder this year, but it is certainly less rewarding. And I am already sick and tired of squared up balls dying in the middle of the outfield. They don't even make the warning track. They die in like medium range center field. It seems like there is more RNG in regards to good squared outcomes as there ever has been before. Ever. In my experience, in my opinion. Pretty sure I'm not the only one who's felt this way because I've spoken with people who kind of feel the same way I do. I guess, it'll bite you whenever it bites you, so it hurts some people more often than it hurts others. But I can already tell that this game is gonna give me stomach aches. But yeah, so guys, this is the show, the podcast. We're just gonna talk about the show. Thank you guys for being here. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, thank you so much. If you are so inclined, leave a 5-star review. I'll shout you out. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I love you. You're beautiful. Probably. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. That's the key one. And let me know your thoughts so far on how the game is playing. Overall, I think the game plays well if the exit velos matched the contact we're all making as a collective. I honestly think the servers have been pretty good. Pitching feels fine. The new swing and defense animations are making the game nice and crispy. The exit velos, though, are really killing me. So if that gets fixed without breaking all the other shit, I think we have the potential here to have one of the best MLB The Shows we've had in a long time. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll have a conversation. I read every comment. All right, let's talk game. So here we are. As you can see, only 16,584 stubs in the top left corner. Kenny, you poor bitch. No. I've been spending all of my stubs. I have completed the entire American League. And for completing the entire American League, of course it moved all the way to the fucking bottom, I have gotten Frank Thomas. Yay! I'm actually hitting 583 in 12 at-bats. Is it a big sample size? Absolutely not. But, I don't know. Maybe his new swing animations are making this work a little better. So I have Frank Thomas. We're making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound in the National League. So far, I've only completed the Marlins, because they were cheap. 84 Gary Sheffield will never see the light of day. However, it's been completed. Next, I'm just going to go by division. So, the next one will be the NL East I'll do. Then I'll do the NL Central. I'll do the NL West. I really want Chase Utley, big bad. Big bad. I don't care so much about Prince Fielder, and Kenley Jansen be nice in the bullpen. Actually, I might do the NL West second then. I just, on the fly, made a decision. But you collect all three, you get Clemente. We talked about that last episode. Clemente does look juicy, spicy, but I figured I'd complete the American League first because my goal, as I've stated, is always to get Mike Trout first. And if I'm going to get Mike Trout first, I might as well just knock out the entire American League because everything else is fucking peanuts compared to him. I've gotten lucky. I've pulled Acuna. I've pulled a 45K equipment. I've pulled a 20K equipment. So right there, frick ton of stubs. I've also been doing a lot of grinding. I linked my account on the Switch, so I've been doing some Road to the Show grinding. No, my cap is never going to see Diamond Dynasty. I'm just doing it for the experience and stubs. I've also been doing the 10 home runs with all-star cards in mini seasons. Exploit. I don't like using the word exploit because it's perfectly allowed within the parameters of the mission that they've given you. But you could just repeat, and get tons of prospect cards, which equals tons of stubs. So I've been doing that a ton. I am, again, not no money spent because I did drop 100 on it on release night. So I am minimal money spent, not spending another dime on the game. So basically, every card I've gotten, I can attribute to the grinding I've done. It's pretty good. It's possible. It's possible. Next up, we're going to talk about, let's just look at the lineup as a whole right now. So this is, granted, grinding a fuck ton. Grinding a lot. This is what my team looks like so far. In left field, we have the collection Grady Sizemore. I don't have a ton of experience with it. This is a BR run, 15 at-bats, I'm hitting 400. That's pretty good. Grady Sizemore splits versus lefties are not beautiful. Contact's really low. At this point in the game, I don't know how much it's going to matter. He does have a nice little swing. 88 fielding, 73 arm. That's why I stuck him in left field. 80 speed, so that's pretty good. Center field. I'm rocking Lou Bob in center field over Mike Trout. I have Mike Trout in right field. Mike Trout has a better arm, so I think it plays better in the right field corner. Lou Bob just has the speed and reaction to fucking track everything down. Lou Bob is my favorite card so far. Face of the franchise, Lou Bob is insane. So that's outfield left to right. Third base is kind of a bit of a quandary. It's a scenario right now. Right now I have Prime Troy Gloss. That's what you get for collecting the Angels. I had been using cover athlete Miguel Cabrera, I'm hitting 448 and 67 at-bats. This card rakes. I want to see what Gloss is all about. Could switch back to Miggy pretty soon. Just want to see what Gloss is about. Shortstop, Michael Young. Better fielder than Corey Seager, who I've shifted to second base. Corey Seager is a fucking bag of Lay's potato chips at shortstop. He's terrible. At second base, he's honestly not much better, but you don't need a ton from him at second base, so it's fine there for now, and his offense certainly makes up for it. But at shortstop, Michael Young is 83 in the field. He's going to stay gold even when you P5 him, but at least it's that gold badge. He's going to get better animations. His arm is a little bit better, and as a hitter, he's a gap guy. I liked Michael Young's swing last year. I think they retooled it a little bit this year, but it's good. First base, Frank Thomas. As I said, I'm nowhere at the point where I can use someone else over him, so Frank Thomas stays there. Catching. Just unlocked Adley Rutschman by doing that prospect's quote-unquote exploit that I was talking about. Last year, I was not the biggest fan of Adley, so I don't quite know, honestly, how this is going to go. I haven't used it yet. Other options are face the franchise Carson Kelly, who destroys lefties, and face the franchise Sean Murphy, who shockingly I've been better with. On the bench, as of now, is Carson Kelly, Miggy, Ronald Acuna, face of the franchise. Indians collection Jim Thome, or Guardians collection Jim Thome, just because he destroys righties. And same as Larry Doby. I am actually 30 in the world out of 47 to have Larry Doby P3'd because he works in that all-star home run thing. So, he's there. Pitching staff. Pitching is a giant fucking fat problem so far early in the season. I have Mike Messina, Shohei Ohtani, Dallas Keuchel, Casey Mize, Logan Webb. ERAs through the roof. Not even worth. I'm going to be embarrassed to show you. They're horrible. Last year, I'm going to be pretty honest with ourselves here. I think I was pretty fucking good at the game last year. I went 276 in ranked. I never had problems in events. Even I went flawless 3 times, which for me is massive, but even when I wasn't going flawless, most of my BR runs were 6 wins, 7 wins. Like, I was making legit progress and going deep into these runs. And the game right now is not maybe I'm not good. Maybe I was only good in the shitty parameters of MLB The Show 21, because I'm getting absolutely fucking railed when I'm playing this game. At very few times am I doing the railing, and I'd prefer to be the one giving it. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Well, not really, but also just kidding. The bullpen is a travesty, so we're not even going to look at it yet. Bullpens don't get good until June. So these are just mix and match. Who has energy, who throws sinkers, cutters, who doesn't suck. Bullpens, I think the only person in this bullpen who has staying power as of now is 90 Chapman. Maybe 90 Devin Williams. The rest are utter fucking trash. But that's the team. A lot of excitement. Next, we're going to talk about making sure you guys are getting things done. We're going to talk about the upcoming calendar in a second, but let's talk about what's already available. Let's go to Conquest first. I know not everybody likes Conquest, but we got to talk about it. So, Face of the Franchise West Conquest map expires April 29. You still have more time to do it, but make sure you do it. Hidden packs, prospect packs, stubs, XP, get it done. Don't let it just expire. I believe tomorrow, aka the day you're listening to this, so today for you guys, they're dropping the Faces of the Franchise Central Conquest map. Make sure you do it. You don't have to do it right away. I probably will, but you don't have to do it right away. Just make sure you do it. It's not, later on in the year when these things come out and all of our teams are built out and our collections are looking nice and spicy and our binders are full, we can skip this shit. Right now, do not skip it. Get it done. It's imperative to get packs early in the game. This is the only time in the entire game cycle where packs matter. Do them now. Showdown. These tutorial screens, I swear on my life. Do them. Just do them. I don't think they expire, but the program will expire. So do the showdowns. Online modes. The Battle Royale program, at the time of myself looking at this, expires in 7 days and 19 hours. For you guys, it expires in about 7 days. Do it. It's not that hard. I'm at 130 BR points, and I'm probably not going to keep playing because they're only worth 1 point each, the wins. And I've done all the missions. You play it enough, they're pretty fucking simple. BR is, in my opinion, harder right now because you only get 2 diamonds and there aren't enough cards in the game to give you good options. So we're just using bottom of the barrel, gutter trash shit players. Probably makes it all the more impressive if you're able to go flawless with these players because Lord knows I am not. But for now, just grind it out. I took Andrew Miller and then I flipped him, got 55K for him, helped turn that into Mike Trout. I have not been selling off these cards or like any cards in general this year. I've been trying to keep them so my collections are ready, but I sold that one. None of these cards, in my opinion, are good. This Jason Bay has 125 contact left, but he sucks. He's a terrible swing. This Andrew Miller only throws slider, four-seam changeup, and he doesn't have outlier. This Chipper Jones is terrible, and I used Chipper Jones so much last year I don't want him again. Craig Biggio is awful. Pedro, stinky poopy. So I just figured I'd flip it, sell it, get the 50K, and move on. But make sure you do it. You have a week left to do it. You can. It's going to take a grind, maybe a little bit of luck, but you can get it done. I promise. Make sure you do it. Events. They just dropped a new one. At 20 wins, you get Hannes Wagner. This card is terrible. Someone already has 20 wins? Wow. Okay. It's 25 wins Steve Cishek. That's a much better one. At this point in the year, that's a really valuable bullpen piece. One I will not be selling. I will get it. I will plug it into the bullpen. Hannes Wagner, at this point, in my opinion, if you need a speedy boy, you put him on the bench. You could also get Tim LaCastro for like 300 stubs and use him. So, useless. I'm going to try to grind this event as far as humanly possible or until my head explodes. Because there's some good packs here. Set 3 headliner, Big Dog 1, Big Dog 2, a 10 bundle, 2,500 stubbies. There's a lot here. It's going to be a fucking pain in the balls because events like BR are tough this year. But we're going to do it. This event, by the way, ends Thursday, April 21st, so you have 10 days. It's nice, because the last one was 3 days, and that was idiotic. Face of the franchise players, face of the franchise legends and flashbacks, and then live series players. No team caps, difficulty is all-star 3-inning games. And, free entries, like always. Grind events. At this point in the year, fuck ranked seasons. Ranked seasons also plays like shit right now, so I'm not touching it. But right now, it is better for you, whether you're a good player or a casual player, if you're going to grind something online, grind events. Events are going to give you diamonds. Events are going to give you packs, stubs, XP. Ranked seasons gives you nothing, right now anyway, but really shitty rewards. Okay? Walk with me, talk with me. Dontrelle Willis is fun. The card's not that good in the long run. It's really not. Cal Ripken Jr. is literally laughably horrific. Jorge Posada always has a sweet swing. Yankees fan, love Jorge Posada, hip hip Jorge. But there are 5 other catchers right now in the game, and that's not exaggeration. 5 other catchers, at least, that are comparable to Jorge Posada. They did a great job this year of giving us early catching options. I hope they keep up that momentum later in the year, because usually they don't. But Jorge Posada is not like a must-have right now. I just showed you guys I got 91 Adley Rutschman just for grinding a stupid mission that they did not think people would grind. I don't know, you could easily just get 91 Adley, whose bat is honestly probably more balanced and is a better defender. So, I don't know. I mean, listen, if you're all about the banner life, trust me, I love grinding the World Series. I get it. Go get your icon, go get your banner. Go do it. If you're all about the bonus packs for some reason, go do it. Good for you. Just not my prerogative, really, right now. Not my prerogative. Yeah, as you can see, I've played less than 50 innings. I've played 36 innings of ranked seasons so far. What else was there to mention here? The calendar. Let's talk about the calendar. So, on the 12th, the day you're listening to this, Tuesday content drop. Play Spotlight Moments. I don't know what the fuck that is. And Central Conquest map for XP. Plus you get Headliner Set 4. We're already on the Headliner Set 4. It's crazy. And then on April 15th, Friday, is Jackie Robinson Day. First Tops Now program, or missions come out. So, that makes me look like an idiot. Tops Now is still here. Last episode I said Tops Now might be gone. Tops Now is still here. A new player program. It's probably Jackie Robinson on Jackie Robinson Day. And then a Tops Now players arrive with a Legend Lightning player reveal. That sounds really effing cool. If I'm interpreting that correctly, it's going to be an old-time player who had a sick month of April is going to get a Lightning card. This is different than a flashback Lightning player. Flashback means active player, and we're just throwing it back to like 2019. Legend Lightning means retired player. So this is going to be a legend. A retired player who had a sick month is going to get a Lightning card. I don't know how we're going to get that. I would imagine it's going to be some sort of Tops Now collection at the end of the month. It just says reveal, so I don't think it's actually being, push button dropped into the game, but it is being revealed. My guess, you got to collect those Tops Nows. So, do the moments, get the free cards they give you, put in buy orders for the ones you need, and just sit and wait. So that's super cool. I'm stoked about that. I think that's a really cool way to give us some fresh, different content that they've never done before, and start diversifying these lineups and diversifying BR lineups and things like that. Anything else to look at here? Chase packs. We're up to Julio Rodriguez now. Excuse me. That's my first yawn in a while. You guys should be proud of me. We're up to Julio Rodriguez. I would imagine Chase set 3 is going to come pretty damn soon, too. They've kind of been, right on track with headliners in the frequency in which they've been updated. One more thing I did want to talk about was Supercharged Cards, because they started dropping Supercharged Cards. Supercharge is when they take a live series card or live series player who had a phenomenal week or game, most likely game, and they make the card juicy spicy. So we're going to go to the Guardians. Good old Steven Kwan. As you can see on my screen, if you're just listening, you're going to have to believe me. There's a little lightning bolt, green lightning bolt, next to his buy now price. That means Supercharged. You can also see behind my face, in the camera overlay, he's got some green lightning boys, some shimmer shiny going on behind him. Steven Kwan is a 64 overall who's now playing like a 90 because they boosted his stats out the butt. It expires in 22 hours when I'm recording, so it'll expire Tuesday night. I had him in a BR run. Super fun. Steven Kwan, by the way, is not going to be a 64 for very long. First roster update, this man's going to get a nice fat upgrade to 73, 74. That's my guess. 10 points is a lot, but the man's been playing really well. He doesn't have a lick of power, but he makes a fuck ton of contact, fields really well, and runs better, I think, than the 45 speed that they have him at. So, little investment. I don't know. Check his price. The market's weird, and the margins are shitty. So, just pay attention to that. Lastly, guys, it's episode's not ending for a few minutes, but we're going to jump into an event game, and I'm going to talk about exit velos, because it's all sorts of fucked up, and it's honestly, I love playing this game. It's making it unfun for me. It is sickening and infuriating to hit a piss rocket, or what should be a piss rocket, and it's just like a little tiddly-dink pool noodle shot that barely makes it out of the infield. Listen, I'll be the first to admit, I take shit swings a lot of the time. My PCI is very rarely good. I am not great with the PCI. I'm better with timing, and I'm a good pitcher. That's how I win games. So when I square it up, boy, do I want it to matter. I want it to count. I want it to feel like I squared it up, because it doesn't happen a lot. So far in 22, it's not been that rewarding. Or at least not rewarding on a consistent basis, because there are some games where both teams are just dropping nukes left and right. And then there are some BR games where it's a struggle to even hit the ball out of the infield. and this is, again, with solid contact, or what should be solid contact. If you square up a ball in the center of the PCI, your exit velo should not be slower than the pitch as it came in, slower than the pitch speed. That's not how physics work. It's just not. So there is a legit problem here, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid for the problem. I'm afraid about the problem. Because SDS has a history of fixing problems, or quote-unquote fixing problems, and they'll fix or adjust one thing that breaks 3 other things. And I don't mean like takes them a step back. It literally breaks other things. I think it was in MLB 20 where hitting was piss poor. And so they said they'd fix it, and it broke fielding. Now look at that. Pissed on. I was actually gone. Okay, look, we got a home run, chat. We did it. First swing. But they literally broke fielding, and MLB The Show 20 played like dog shit for the remainder of the year. They didn't go back in to fix it. So I worry about things being fixed. Or, you know, as they say, if they say they're going to fix it. I just want good swings to matter. That last swing I took was a good example of it actually mattering. Oh, God, that's a hit. And that's... It's a good, bad, and the ugly of MLB The Show right there. I just want my input to matter. For years, people who play this game, maybe not casually, fucking double play. Maybe not casually because they don't care as much, and that's not a slight at all to casual players. It's just that they don't care. They use this game to let steam off, and that's it. But people who play this game religiously have always said they want their input to matter. Input should determine who wins every game. It should not be RNG. It should not be dumb luck. It should nothing like that. It should be, was my input better than your input, then I win. 9 out of 10 times, that's how it should be. And MLB The Show is never like that. And this year especially, it's certainly not like that. So I'm hoping and praying they can figure this out. Because, as I've said, like I said literally 10 minutes ago, this game has the potential to be one of the best MLB The Show has ever made. It really does. That's not just me. That's not recency bias. That's not me blowing smoke. I'm not a shill. SDS does not know I exist. That's just me giving my honest opinions. It feels smooth. The defense feels really good. There are a couple things with the defense that are a little wonky. I think reaction means more this year than it ever has before, in that if you have piss poor reaction, you have bad reaction. There's no making up for it. So outfielder reaction is arguably going to be more important than outfielder fielding this year. It was kind of like that last year, but even more exaggerated now. Speed can only make up for so much of a bad jump, you know? And there are a lot of bad jumps. Like, how is that... Okay, how is that not out of play? Whatever. Speed can only make up for so much. This guy's team name is the Tijuana Toilet Destroyers. Oh. Well, I'm going to shit in his breakfast cereal. With Shohei Ohtani. That's a strike. Yeah, so... Listen, every year one of these games comes out, every year people are going to complain. It's just the nature of how all this shit works. But I think they did a really good job with this year's game. I think the content has been, it's harder to get stubs and packs, which kind of sucks. But they're giving us so much content so fast, and the team affinity or primary program choice, how they chose to roll out the face of the franchise cards, I think actually ended up working pretty well. I was unsure at first, then I didn't like it, and then I was unsure again, but I think it's okay. So they've taken some risks. They've done some good things. I just want it to work. I just want the game to work. I don't think that's a ton to ask. Oh no. And now that I can't see my opponent's PCI feedback, I don't know how I'm getting hoed. And I want to know if I'm getting hoed, because that's called consent. Because, I mean, that he was late on it, it was below the zone, and I have a feeling he did not piece it up. Oh, see? And now I'm losing, because he was very early on a cutter. Was not a good pitch, but it's a Mike Trout early home run. I hate events. Play events, guys, but I hate them. They're starting to all be slugfests, and it's not fun. And I was just complaining that they don't have offense in the game. I don't mean slugfests are not bad necessarily, but crazy slugfests in which literally none of the swings make sense, those are not okay. If it's a legit slugfest of people piecing the ball up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you can sign me up for that every day. But if it's one of these where like off PCI or early, very late home runs or, you know, whatever, you could throw that away. I don't want, like this guy, yeah.
The count, 0-2.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy this guy's toilet. Pew! Struck him out. Okay. So, Shohei is very good. My ERA with him is very bad. But my ERAs are very bad with everybody. And that's just the nature of MLB The Show 22 at this stage. Now, I'm curious. I said this before. I mean this, though. I want to have a conversation about this game. I want to know that I'm not the only one experiencing what I'm experiencing. Nice fucking swing, idiot. So please, in the comments, in the reviews section on Apple or Spotify, tell me what you think. Tell me what the positives are, what the negatives are. I think I've laid out a good chunk of both. I do think that there are a ton of positives about this game. Just right now, the lack of offense is really making it hard to enjoy it. Like, that, I understand I'm just late, but it's in the center of my PCI. How is that a weak pop-up behind third base? It should just be a foul ball. That's the center of my PCI. That shit doesn't make sense to me. That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. I don't understand how that makes sense to anybody. And then Piest. Yeah. It's so unrewarding, this game. I understand those swings were not perfect. I get it. But there's no way that the amount of contact that's being made, not just from me, across the board, there's no way that the amount of contact being made has not resulted in more hits and home runs. It doesn't, I'm not going to believe that. And I just hope that by overcorrecting the way they have, they're also the first to realize, wow, maybe we turn, now that's a home run too. So like, I don't understand. I take my L's when they happen. I'll be the first to say, oh, this person played better than me. There have been a lot of games this year where I felt as if I played better than my opponent and lost. And that's frustrating.
0-1.
That's where it comes back to inputs and having inputs matter. I made a joke on Twitter. Nice, that was a good swing. I made a joke on Twitter earlier today that if SDS is so committed to... take your time, Brian Reynolds. So committed to giving baseball video gamers a real experience, they would put a pool noodle bat skin into the game. I would buy it. I'd use it. I'd ironically use it because it feels like every time I swing, I'm swinging with a pool noodle under the water. Oh, Christ almighty. Well, we're down 4-1 to the Toilet Destroyers. Think we have a comeback in our loins? I'd like to. Man, events have just been filled with goons. Absolute goons so far this year. I used to be one of those event goons. I don't know what happened. I used to be able to hit. I can't anymore. I think I just do better with cards with high contact ratings. And right now, there aren't enough of them that exist. I'm probably a better endgame player than I am an early game player. Because my PCI settings are... Or not my settings, rather. My PCI ability... Oh my god, is so bad. Are you kidding? Is he going to get to third?
No, he's in there.
And now I'm getting cheesed. I mean, like... I should have known the Toilet Destroyers were going to cheese me. Yeah, eat my ass out at home. All right. I just want to win a game on stream. Not on stream, on the podcast to show you guys that I'm still okay and decent at the game. I'm excited for all the content that's to come. And because they're dropping it so fast, that means my team will get better quickly. And that's what I need. I need that big time. Because I can't stand these shit players, and I can't stand not having a bullpen. I don't think... I have a feeling there's going to be a home run wherever I throw it. That was a ball. Not a ball. Listen. There's a lot of this year still to come. And there's a lot of this game cycle and a lot of updates. Oh, a strikeout. There's a lot happening. We have time. I'm not jumping down SDS's throat. We know they listen to the community. Sometimes they listen and then ignore it, but we know at least they listen. I'm sure they're hearing the feedback and seeing the lack of good PCI feedback, or exit velo feedback. And something's got to be in the works. They've already done 2 game updates. I would imagine they want to wait a little while to do a third. But we know they do game updates in cycle. If they do one and it doesn't break anything, this game could be golden. Absolutely golden. So, I just hope that's the case. Because as someone who plays this game as much as I do, let's use Jesse Winker. He's playing up today inside edge. All right, down 3, by the way, in the third. As someone who plays the game as much as I do, I want to enjoy my time playing it, and I almost always do. But lately, the last, 3 or 4 days, it's just been really tough to enjoy it. I never complain about a grind. There's been a ton to grind, maybe even too much to grind. It's a little overwhelming. I just want to be able to hit. Did Jesse Winker actually hit that one out? Oh, he did. Look, a home run, chat. We did it. All right, down 2. Rob Dibble can eat my shorts. Here's Lubov. He's the best player in the game, in my opinion. That was not a good swing. You know, when you're having a rough game and your PCI is not accurate, which happens for me a lot, and you actually piece one up, I don't need it to be a home run every time. Don't get that. I want that to be clear, by the way. I'm not asking for home runs every time I hit the ball. It's not what I want. I just want my hits to land. You know, I understand. I shouldn't have swung at that because I'm talking. I understand that not every contact result is going to be a fucking moonshot over the fence. That is not at all what I'm asking for. I want to make that clear. But if I piece it up, give me a double, give me a single. I don't even care. Just give me something. See, now that's going to be a line out. Oh, no, it got down. Good job, Mike. All right, home run away from tying it. Oh, and it's Corey Seager. All right, he's good. He's going to go to the bullpen because he's afraid. No, he's staying him in. Staying him in. That's not English. Keeping him in. Come on. Literally the one I wanted, didn't swing at it. I'm stupid. Oh my god! A missile! Line out to third. I hit my best exit velos for outs in this game. My best exit velos are all outs. Throw me a cutter away. Watch where it goes. Cutter away. I'm a little under it. I don't deserve that. All right, well, we lost. What a fitting way to end this episode, because, Lord almighty, I feel like I'm losing every time I enter a game. GG's, I guess, to my opponent, who earned only half of his 4 runs, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't complain that much here. Listen, end of the day, someone just followed me off stream. So, on YouTube, you saw that. If you're just listening, you're hearing my confusion. Thank you for the follow, stranger, if you're listening to YouTube now. Tactical Gandhi, by the way, is the person's name. But listen. This is a game. It's meant to be fun. I don't want anyone to think that I'm one of those people who just complains. It's a video game. It doesn't impact my life. When I go upstairs, my girlfriend's up there, we're having dinner, my puppy's out there, the game doesn't matter to me. Move on. You know, will I still text about it with my friends? We have a group chat, of course. But, I don't take this shit with me anywhere. But I do just want it to work. If I'm going to invest the time, invest the effort, invest the interest in something like this, I just want it to work appropriately. And I'm sure you guys all feel similarly. But ladies and germs, that's it. I appreciate you guys so much. So, quick little update. Next week, you will have an episode, promise. Not giving you an episode, but I'll be in Vegas next week, which is super cool, I think. I've never been there before. I'm a little nervous that I'm going to be poor when I come home. So please subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, and gift subs. Thank you. But yeah, buy the merch. But yeah, so I will be in Vegas. I will be able to give you guys an episode recorded on the Sunday before I leave, which Easter Sunday. So I might not be as up to date with all the stuff going on that week. But I promise that whatever information I can provide, I shall provide. We'll have a little fun with it. I am working on getting some guests in the, not necessarily coming weeks, but soon. Definitely going to have guests coming soon. I know you guys like to listen to them and not listen to me. So, trust me, I'm working on it. I've read the reviews. I'm just kidding. All right, but I'm done rambling. You guys probably hate me already as is. Thank you guys for listening. I love you all so much. I hope you're having better luck with this game than I am. Talk to you next week.